Hey there, Beer Tube. It's Jim from the Beer to You channel with another fresh beer review for you today. If you like these and you want to keep them coming, then please like, share, subscribe, and remember, hit the little bell button for alerts on when fresh hot beer reviews come your way. So today, we're going to be looking at the Founders, artist formerly known as the Kentucky Breakfast Stout, now known as KBS. So this is one of those beers that people wait online for. It comes out once a year in March, so lucky to get one here, and people wait online. In fact, it's gotten so popular that Founders Brewery has dedicated an entire week to celebrating this beer. So what is it? It is an Imperial Stout. It is, according to the label, the amazing, highly acclaimed KBS, and then it goes on to say, a flavored stout is good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. That's kind of deep and poetic right there. But these are hard to come by. I saw a 4-pack on eBay, a 4-pack of empties on eBay for about $12 a bottle. So it makes the $7 I paid for it here pretty affordable considering how I'm overseas right now. But this guy's big. Aged, so made with coffee and with vanilla, and then also aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels for one whole year in a cave. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of the beginnings. This goes back to 2003. It's kind of the beginnings of that whole bourbon barrel aging craze, which has been kind of a big deal of late. A lot of really, really sharp breweries doing amazing work with barrel aging. Just taking a beer and putting it away in a used barrel for a period of time and letting it get happy and pick up some of that, some of those flavors. So this guy is a 12-ounce bottle, and these things are like gold to come by, so pretty happy I got one. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive on in, shall we? And now the sexy part. Now, this is one of those beers that normally, if I had the appropriate glassware, I'd be pouring this into a tulip glass, but wow, look at that. Let's see if I can get this guy to come in on the focus there. We'll steal my little mug here. That is dark. That looks like oil. That is a dark, dark beer right there. Very little head, just that tiny, maybe less than a pinky finger of head on this thing, and it's a tan, dark tan colored head. So that's a real dark beer there. It looks like a big pint of oil. So for those stat heads, this thing is clocking in at 12.3% alcohol. So whoa, that one is a definite, not a session beer, and 78 IBUs. This is an Imperial Stout. So on the nose, ooh, yeah. That is coffee and vanilla and roast and toast just for days. You can taste a little bit of the alcohol aroma. So serving note, I popped this guy out of the fridge about an hour before I wanted to start reviewing it. This is definitely one of those beers you want to serve a little warmer because there's just so much flavor in there. You don't want to kill it by making it cold. So really good aroma, real fresh there. Just toast and smoke. Really good aroma, just coffee and vanilla and a little bit of bourbon. You get just a hint of that bourbon smell. So now we'll get back into the taste there. So hey, cheers. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. So that is, ooh, immediately, right off the bat, you get just that heavy, heavy toast note, but then vanilla and coffee and chocolate. All those notes. This one's brewed with chocolate, and you're just getting the vanilla off the wood, that bourbon finish, and chocolate, and just, oh my God, there's just a lot going on here. Now you're starting to, when on the second sip, you start noticing there's a little bit of that alcohol warming. It is a warmer. This is definitely something to be sipped and savored. So these guys put this out once a year. It's been late. This is one of those beers that's high enough alcohol, so you know beer is best served fresh. That's kind of a thing. Especially your hoppy beers, especially those beers with a lot of the volatile chemicals, aromatics. But this is one that you can kind of sit on for a little bit. It's got so much alcohol in it. Remember, 12.3%. This is like a pint of wine, damn near, that you could sit on it for a little while. I only got this one, it's the first couple days of September, and I only got this one recently, and I didn't notice anything about it. So year to year, this one varies. This is the 2018 model, and man, oh man, just chocolate and coffee and bourbon for days. If you haven't had any bourbon, this definitely has it, but it doesn't dominate. This isn't like somebody took a shot of bourbon and poured it into a stout. It is definitely doing this on its own, really well balanced, real nice. So talking about what would you pair this with? I don't know. Nothing. That's not 100% true. But realistically, my best enjoyment of this beer would be in a comfy leather lounge, comfy leather recliner, in a study with a roaring fire on a cold, rainy night. That's about where I'm at with this. However, if you did have to pair it with something, this one would be, this is dessert for me. This is, hey, maybe some ginger cookies, some ginger snaps, maybe some vanilla ice cream, something like that, but nothing crazy. I don't know that this would play really well with a main entree. This is the main event. This doesn't want to be second fiddle to anybody. But super lucky to have it, and to be perfectly honest with you, as soon as I'm done with this and the store opens, I'm going to probably dash right out my door to go back and see if I can snap up the other 4-pack that they had on the shelf, if it hasn't already sold. Because this is, yeah, this is that. So this is one of those once-a-year beers people wait online, they camp out for, and I can understand why. So on the old scale of where would I rate this one is definitely a 10 out of 10. Yep, it's that. This is one of those, you gotta get it when it's out there. If you see it in a bottle shop, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Well, collect $200 always. Do not pass go. Do not pass it up. Pick it up. You won't be disappointed. And pour it into the proper glass. This is not the proper glass, I admit. This is it's what I got here. It's not a proper serving tulip or snifter or something that you'd serve a beer of this caliber in, but just all day long, lots of good chocolate and coffee notes, lots of good bourbon notes. This one's a keeper. This one's a big old thumbs up. So if you see it, grab it 100%. And if you like what we're doing here, just please remember, do all the things, like, share, subscribe. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on all the nets. So come find us and comment below if you've had this, or if you haven't been able to get it, or if you have any thoughts about it. Let us know, because this one's a keeper. Anyway, cheers.